presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game.
This is Duck Insider.
These are good problems to have, right? So much success that you have more than one place to be.
5-3, touchdown, Oregon.
Off a dribble, launches, and hits the three. Oregon leads.
What a great opportunity it is to be able to play at University of Oregon.
I'm just incredibly proud to be a part of something like this.
She wants another three. Oh, three in a row.
Swing and a miss. Oregon is headed to the Super Regional.
Fans being out there making this a great impact.
We are so privileged and so fortunate. We get to see all these young people. We get to see this incredible growth, which is what college is all about.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Duck Athletics.
Welcome in on a Friday to the Country Financial Studio. Ryan Milano here on Duck Insider, brought to you by OnPoint Community Credit Union. We got to go fast for the show today because we've got a lot of content to get to. Picks with Jerry, Jorgy, Joey. They all picked the games in the Big Ten this week. The rails, I'm not even sure we were ever on the rails beforehand. I think right now, in retrospect, is where we are. They're actually in Michigan. They were recorded a few days early. Thank you for them for providing that content. Also, it was Men's Basketball Media Day yesterday, so we'll hear from the head coach, Dana Altman, ahead of their season opener on Monday. And it's the first Big Ten championship for Oregon. The women of Oregon cross country took home the first ever University of Oregon Big Ten championship. Shalana Yildiz led the way with a first place finish. Maddie Elmore was in second, so Ducks went 1 and 2. Mia Barnett, Claudia Kazimirska, and Annika Thompson all finished inside of the top 12 en route to that first place finish. And for the men in a stacked field finished in third place. Simeon Birnbaum in the top 5 at 4. Same with Elliott Cook as 5th place, and Aiden Smith in the top 10 as well at 9th place, all coming in under 23 minutes in the 8,000 as Oregon finished third on the men's side of things. Tied for second, tiebreaker went Washington's way, unfortunately. So the Ducks, even though they tied with 58 points to the Huskies, Washington got second, Oregon got third, but a really tight battle on the men's side as well as the women take home the first Oregon Big Ten championship. All right, no time to delay. It's picks. Jerry, Jorgy, Joey, they were here on Wednesday making their picks. Let's hear the conversation.
This is weird. It's Wednesday night doing picks. Have you guys looked at the games yet?
Yeah.
How much candy are you going to eat on the plane?
No, I don't.
No, not you, him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I might bring a little. I got a bag. I got a whole big bag.
You always bring a little. What do you mean? This is a
Okay.
different week. It's Halloween week.
Okay, I'll bring a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
So all right, inside the show, we decided we're going to do picks before we leave town so we can all be here together. Ryan's hosting the show on a Friday. We're actually setting up as we talk at Michigan right now. And then the coaches' show is coming up. We have no idea what's happened since this was recorded. But we do know that we just did trick-or-treating in the athletic department.
Oh, great.
I've had 7 candy bars.
Oh. You, I can tell.
Ooh.
I'm ready to go.
See?
I'm ready to go.
It's like eating donuts, right?
The $100
Yeah.
the most underrated candy bar on the market.
Yeah.
$100 is my favorite.
That's okay.
I love $100.
Well,
I love it.
is it the $100,000 or the $100,000 bar?
$100.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing's ever going to
100.
be
100
Reese's peanut butter cup. Nothing's ever going to be
Yes,
Reese's.
that is true. When I did the candy bracket, my
Yes.
second year hosting Duck Insider,
was so
64
awesome.
candy bracket,
I wanted
Reese's
to
was
do
the
that.
winner.
I wanted to do that again.
Has it
this
ever
year.
been the $100,000 bar?
We had this discussion
We
last
have?
year. Yes, we
Okay.
did.
I'm going to Google it.
Every
I'm going
year.
to Google it
It's
when we
like-
take our first break.
It's like caramel corn.
I want to see because there's
caramel corn,
there's a
not caramel
commercial
corn.
and it does. It's not like
Caramel
the
corn.
The
commercial.
$100 bar was originally
He's
called the
ignoring me.
$100,000 bar
There
when
we
it was
go.
created by Nestle in 1964. The name was shortened in the 1970s and 1980s to the 100,000 bar and eventually changed to $100,000.
Why? Why did they do that?
Because $100,000 is a better name. Marketing and branding.
Yeah.
what it's all about.
Okay. I won't
Yeah.
argue with you on that.
Look, I know you're a big fan of nerds.
Yeah.
I love nerds, but
I
the
do.
old nerds, the little
I like the,
Thank
ner-
you.
the nerds.
Yes.
The
The
nerds
real
clusters.
nerds.
No, I love the clusters.
the real nerds.
Mm-hmm.
I was a real nerd growing up.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah. Anyway, we decided to channel some of our Friday energy for you on a Wednesday night. Picks brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, best in the Northwest. First, though, we always ask for some keys to the game. This, again, airs on a Friday. Jerry, Ducks at the Big House. Keys to the game. What do you think?
I'll tell you what, my key to the game is Oregon is known now as a physical team. That's Oregon. That's what they want to be known as. We're going to pound you. We're going to hit you. We're going to run over you. So now teams are going to match that. So to me, Michigan this week saying, you're coming into our house, we're going to show you physical. They're going to try to physical Oregon up in the trenches. And I think that's what Oregon has got to make sure they get over this week. Come in as physical. They've got the skill sets on both sides of the ball. The physicality has got to be there again this week. That's Jorgy?
I think there's going to be a real focus of both teams in the trenches. And it's going to be, I'm not going to use that word again that I used at the end of Noah Whittington's run. Okay, I'm not going to use it.
Is that X's and O's this week?
No, it might not be. I know you want me to do that. You want me to do slobber? I'm not going to do it. I might do like Statue of Liberty or something like that.
Well, that would be great. There's a connection there this week in Duck football history. Tune into the pregame at 10:30.
But slobber knocker is sort of self-defining.
It's just
it is. You don't need to explain it.
I just feel like
Statue of Liberty.
I'm
to
not
an
sure
extent.
Yeah, sort of.
I just feel like these two teams are so good and have been so good in the trenches, and Big Ten Conference teams like to think they play physical, and Oregon plays physical with speed too, by the way. And so it's one of those ones where I think Michigan wants to say, well, we define what physical means, and Oregon is going to be, no, we define what physical means. And it's going to be a physical game. So it's just, again, because I think it's going to lead to whichever team runs the ball the best.
Well, as always.
Because for Oregon, it really sets up the pass when you have a quarterback like Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Michigan doesn't have a quarterback like Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, and Michigan hasn't been able to establish that identity of balance. They want to run the ball that sets up the pass, and they just haven't been able to do that, even with two quarterbacks going back and forth. I feel like, to your point, Jorgy, about the narrative of this, right? Historically, it's always been Oregon is fast. The Big Ten is physical. That's changed, as we've discussed, right?
Yeah.
The way Oregon's recruited, the way that Dan Lanning's built this program. But the narrative is there about the new addition to the Big Ten and the physicality of the existing powerhouse that is Michigan and all these things. I think that the narrative here, whether we know it or not, or whether Oregon thinks about it or not, the narrative is going to be that physicality.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Keys to the game, definitely physicality. I always say, Jorgy, start fast. I think that you have to start fast when you're on the road, especially Oregon's going to get everybody's best shot now. A loud environment, raucous environment, over 100,000 people at the Big House. You start fast, you quiet that crowd.
Mm-hmm. And you basically sucked all the energy out of Illinois last week you did that. I mean, 5 touchdowns in your first 6 possessions. Really, even though Illinois came out and played hard in the second half, the game really felt like it was over because Illinois is not a team that scores points in bunches. Oregon is. They're used to it, and they got off to a hot start, and it really just put things to bed real quickly. You want to continue on. You'd love to be able to put 35 with 35, right? That doesn't happen very often. But what Oregon did to start the game, to open the game up with a touchdown drive when they lost the toss, Illinois deferred because they wanted to go on defense and make a defensive stop. Oregon went right down the field, and it just set the tone for the game.
To your point, start fast. More important on the road than at home. Both important.
Agreed.
But on the road, you have to start fast because you want to take their crowd not out of it necessarily, but don't give them a chance to get into it right away and then help their team. So you start fast on the road, you lower the sound level a little bit.
Yeah. You guys have been there to this place. It went well.
Yeah. Been a while, but
yeah.
No, it was fun. It's a big place. I mean, it's history.
That's a peek ahead to this week in Duck football history with Jorgy. We scoured the archives, which is going to be a good time. All right, let's make some picks. Brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, best in the Northwest. Last week, Jorgy, congratulations, you went undefeated.
Hey,
can't believe that.
Yep, Jorgy.
Undefeated.
Jorgy for the third time this season went undefeated.
After going 2-4 the week before.
So here's what's amazing. Jorgy went undefeated for the third time. You know how many times, Jerry, you and I have gone undefeated combined?
Whew. I don't know if I want to hear this.
Take a guess.
I'm going to say 2.
1.
And you're
Jerry
still
and
in second place.
Jerry and I have combined to go undefeated in a week once. Jorgy's done it 3 times.
That's
and he's
impressive.
Still...
My good weeks are really good, and my bad weeks are really bad.
Jorgy, this is indicative of your entire career of Pick'em.
Wow.
The record holder for the greatest individual season we've ever had and the worst season we've ever had, Mike Jorgensen. You are the extremes.
It's incredible.
I just would like to be somewhere in between.
It's really
consistent.
amazing.
I just want to be consistent.
So
I just want to be consistent.
I looked at that this afternoon and I went, God, he went undefeated. That's a lot of green. That's a lot of green. And then there's you and I just, nope. 1 week. I went undefeated in 1 week in week 5.
But why? How do you get undefeated 3 times and we combined can't get? I mean, that's better than a flip of a coin.
I've missed being undefeated by 1 game 4 times. So it's like every time he's hit that one.
Yeah.
But I was 2-4 the week before. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, you were.
Horrible.
Yeah. Also, the only recorded person since we've been doing picks that's had an 0 week, Mike Jorgensen.
I think I've had a couple of those, actually.
Yes.
But that's hard to do,
One that was really bad. It was like 0-8.
That's hard.
0-9
That's hard to do.
Like that's hard to do, yeah.
The coin.
Can you believe that?
Anyway.
No.
You can't do that purposely.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said it's hard to do.
Well, or it was on purpose. You just got them all wrong.
What?
9 upsets is what it probably was.
Give me the coin. I need
the
coin.
Hang on. I got to dig the
You were
coin
looking
out.
for 9 upsets.
There you go. All right, so we will make our picks, and that's where we stand. So Jorgy's got to pick first, then me, then Jerry, then the coin.
I like that.
Yeah, so Jorgy's got to go first. No deferrals. We voted that out. Sorry.
That still doesn't seem right to me.
Anyway.
It still doesn't seem right to me. Not the deferral piece. I'm glad you started doing that. That
I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Where are we?
First place overall should have to go first.
No, the winner of the previous week goes first. We've decided this forever.
I know, but it just
and you have to
the
use
more
your
I thought
deferral
about it,
in the
it
first
seems like
game.
if you're leading, seems like if you're leading overall, you should have to go first, regardless of what everybody else did.
Yeah, that's the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Is this something we need to vote on?
No.
My favorite part about the guys pre-recording this is I can stop them to go to break whenever I want. We're actually going to get to picks. They will be picking football games when we return on Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Back to the Country Financial Studios in 60 seconds. This is Duck Insider from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
I'm coming
Back here in the Country Financial Studio on Duck Insider, brought to you by OnPoint Community Credit Union. It's Picks of the Week, brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino and Resort, best in the Northwest. Jerry, Jorgy, Joey, they're making their picks. Let's get to the conversation.
9 a.m. on Fox. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 3, Penn State. All in favor to pick this one last? Aye.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll come back to Ohio State, Penn State. 9 a.m. on Fox Sports 1. Minnesota 5-3, 3-2 in Big Ten play against number 24 Illinois, 6-2, 3-2 in Big Ten play. Does Illinois right the ship after the Ducks beat them pretty good? They're back at home. Jorgy, what do you got?
Well, Minnesota's playing some pretty good football right now.
They figured it out.
That's the thing about it. And Illinois, has been playing good football all season long until they came here and, got the buzzsaw here at Otsa Stadium. But going back home, at home, I would think Illinois feels, hey, we got the home field advantage. We got the home crowd. It's an opportunity to get things right. And yet I think Minnesota's going to keep rolling. I just think they play tough, hard-nosed football. They really believe with some of the victories they've been getting here lately, the USC one and the comeback with that one, the victory last week. I'm taking the Gophers on the road.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. So I said last week after they got a touchdown win over USC, a 4-point win at UCLA, then they get Maryland, and they smoked Maryland last week. I think Minnesota is playing a lot better. I think that it's an anomaly that they lost to Iowa 31-14. I got Minnesota.
Yeah, and I'll go along with that for a different reason. I think Oregon beat Illinois up pretty bad. They're banged up. They might have lost a couple of guys, particularly in the trenches last week, so I think that's going to impact their game. But Minnesota, I think, is just a stronger football team on both sides of the ball right now. So even though it's a home game, Illinois, I'm going Minnesota.
All right.
Yeah, coin.
Minnesota's playing some good football right now.
Tails, that'll be Minnesota.
Good pick by the coin. Good pick by the coin. Elsewhere at 9 a.m. on the Big Ten Network, Northwestern 3-5, 1-4 in Big Ten play against Purdue, 1-6, 0-4 in Big Ten play. Do the Boilermakers get their first Big Ten win, Jorgy?
No.
Ooh.
Northwestern.
Ooh.
On the road, but just better.
This is a more difficult pick than Ohio State, Penn State.
I think so, too. That's
agree.
what I was saying to Scott before. There's 2 or 3 games that are really tough.
Yeah.
But the Minnesota one was somewhat tough. I think this one's really tough.
Yeah. I just don't think Purdue's very good. We saw that firsthand. Haven't seen Northwestern, but they've at least shown some signs of life. I'm going to go Northwestern. Northwestern by a field goal, if that.
Okay,
I think it'll be close.
I'm going to have the coin help me. I'm not sure on this, so the coin's
You're literally going to flip the coin?
Well, it's a 50-50 shot. I mean,
honestly, whoever has the ball last wins.
Yeah, I mean, I think the odds makers have it a 1-point ball game, right?
Yeah.
Northwestern. I'm not gonna. God, I could pick up a game here though. I could pick up a game here.
You could. You could also go down 4.
I could also fall down 4. That puts it in perspective.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you guys. I'm going Northwestern.
I mean, he's not lying, right?
No.
He's telling the truth.
It's a gamble, but
he just kind of went right to the truth.
Again, there was a year that 3 weeks left in the season, I was up 3 and lost. These guys started to make picks, and I lost.
I'm changing my pick because I'm not done yet. It's still on me. The coin hasn't flipped yet.
That's true.
I'm going to go Purdue.
He's going with Purdue.
I'm going Purdue.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'm sure.
Flip the coin.
Flip the coin.
Are you still sure?
I don't want to know what the coin says.
I don't think that's a bad pick.
I don't think it's a bad pick either. If you're going to try to get one, this is the one to do it.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Good pick, coin.
Huh.
Good pick by the coin. All right, 12:30 on CBS.
I'm
Oregon,
behind.
Michigan.
I need to catch up.
That's right. You can also go down 4.
Don't say that.
12:30 on Peacock. Number 13, Indiana. 8-0, 5-0 in Big Ten play.
Ooh.
Visiting Michigan State. 4-4, 2-3 in conference action. Indiana, number 13 in the country. One of the best seasons in program history for Indiana. And the Ducks may very well see them later this year, even though they're not on the regular season schedule.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah.
Hoosiers playing some good football right now. Healthy for the most part. Playing good football. Playing at a Michigan State team that's struggling right now, still struggling. I think they played pretty competitively at Ann Arbor last week. Frankly, I thought Michigan was going to just blow them out. And they hung around in that game. But, boy, I tell you what, Michigan State's only advantage here to me is playing at home, and that's it. So I'm not taking them.
So that's
I'm taking the road
Indiana
team.
pick.
That's an Indiana pick.
I think that Michigan State is good enough to keep this game close. I don't think that Michigan State will win the contest. I think Indiana's really good. I think it's very possible that Oregon and Indiana do meet later this year. I got Indiana.
Okay. Can't disagree with any of that, but the reason I have Indiana is if you look at their scores, they score a ton of points.
They do.
Their offense it's just outscoring everybody, and I don't think Michigan State can put up anywhere near the points to keep up with Indiana, even though they're at home. So Indiana.
Complete flip of the culture.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
Tails.
Road visitor team. Again, yeah.
Another good pick by the Coin. Really demonstrating some good decision making in the Coin.
So too.
Okay.
This week.
Don't say that.
Really demonstrating some
good close
stuff.
Yep.
I like what I'm seeing. 12:30 on the Big Ten Network as well. UCLA 2-5, 1-4 in Big Ten play against Nebraska. 5-3, 2-3 in conference action.
Nebraska's just really solid. I mean, they struggled last week. There's no doubt about that against Indiana. I mean, they got absolutely blown out, and I didn't think that would. Oh, excuse me, they had Ohio State last week. 2 weeks ago, Indiana blew them out.
Back-to-back tough games for them.
Yeah, you go two teams like that, it's really tough. And yet, I think Nebraska, that was almost kind of a little bit of a moral victory for them to be able to play like that with Ohio State in Columbus. They were right there to the bitter end. UCLA right now kind of up and down, mostly down. Not a good place to go. So, anyhow, I'm taking Nebraska. I think Nebraska's just a better team overall. Good defense in particular.
So, Nebraska, against Indiana, at Indiana, a real big-time prove-it game for Indiana, and boy, did the Hoosiers prove it. A 56-7 drubbing. And then to be in it against Ohio State, I think this is the get-right game for Nebraska. UCLA will hang in. I think Nebraska wins by 10, 14 or so. I think Nebraska gets it done at home.
Okay. The Coin is going to pick Michigan State.
Okay.
Michigan State home team.
All right. You did a little Carmack deal there, didn't you?
Yeah, it was Carmack. The great Carmack.
Did I not have you pick the Coin Indiana? I thought you picked Indiana for the Coin. Coin picked Indiana. What about Nebraska and UCLA?
No, that's
uh-huh.
I just flipped for UCLA, Nebraska.
So who wins it? I didn't see. You said.
Let's see, who was it? Who did you say?
You said Indiana, and then you said the Coin picked Michigan State.
I showed the heads. Michigan.
Oh, heads.
Heads. Yeah, it was heads.
Is
Michigan State?
Michigan State?
Yeah.
I
picked Indiana because I said they score a ton of points. Oh, wait a minute.
No, the Michigan State's playing Indiana, right?
Yeah, Nebraska.
We're talking about Nebraska, UCLA.
Don't confuse me. Nebraska. I picked Nebraska.
I mean, you just
flag on the play.
Yeah.
Flag on the play. Good duck.
I mean,
you ducked well.
I've been hit right there.
I mean, I think you pulled him off sides is what you did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But what did I do wrong? I said Nebraska, UCLA.
No, but all of a sudden you threw Indiana back into it, and then it just continued to. It's like barking out the signals on the defensive side of the line.
Can we get a review? Let's throw the red flag. We get a
all right,
challenge.
Here we go. So I said, hey, here's what happened with Indiana. Here's what happened with Ohio State. But we're picking UCLA, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
You're going Nebraska.
And the Coin went Nebraska.
The Coin did go Nebraska.
Yeah.
God, you talk about pulling people off sides. This is what Jerry does every time.
It's so fun.
It's like, you know what?
All you gotta do
He's
is
the broadcaster equivalent of an offensive lineman who holds on every play. That's Jerry Allen.
I'll tell you what, there's an art to it. There really
That's
is.
Jerry Allen. I would like to throw a flag on the play.
No.
Thank you. All right. On NBC.
Sleight of hand is what that
Wisconsin, 5-3. 4:30, by the way, on NBC. Wisconsin's 5-3, 3-2 in Big Ten play against Iowa. 5-3, 3-2 in Big Ten play. Tough pick, Jordan.
And it's at Iowa.
It's at Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a tough pick at all. I'm taking Iowa. Scoring points, playing defense, and playing at home. They're starting to believe that,
You know they lost to their rival at home, right?
Yeah. Iowa State's pretty good.
Okay.
Right? What are they ranked right now? Top 15? Top 10?
Iowa State. I don't remember.
I don't think they're there.
I don't know. But
has Iowa State lost?
This is the.
Oh yeah.
This is a Iowa team that also lost at Michigan State.
I can't remember. I haven't looked.
I'm just wondering.
Put it in. He's made his pick.
Yeah, I'm taking the Hawkeyes. Did you hear me?
I did.
Okay.
I was just not listening. Iowa State up to number 11 in the country. Yeah.
Lost to a good team.
Yeah. They did lose to a good team. So you took Iowa?
I did.
Oh, jeez.
I did.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Okay.
Wisconsin.
Which game are you flipping for?
Okay, sure.
No. Wisconsin just lost against Penn State, and I feel like Wisconsin has ultimately been the team. So listen to this. Like, the teams they've lost to, apart from USC, have been really, really highly ranked teams. You're talking about Alabama. They got smoked. You're talking about Penn State. Lost a game. Penn State won it 28-13. This is the first time where I feel like it's a team that's right there in terms of talent level, performance, and a lot of the statistics say that this is a coin flip game. I do think that it's a coin flip game. Wisconsin, Iowa.
Take the road team.
Because Jorgy picked Iowa, I'm picking Iowa. Oh, God. I love not picking first. It's so nice.
Okay. I think Indiana is better than Iowa, okay?
They are.
That's true. That's true, yes.
They are.
Last I heard that Iowa's starting quarterback is out for this game, so they may not have him. I haven't seen an injury report, but early in the week, that's what it was. Wisconsin can score in bunches. They've had games where they've really put it together and games where they haven't. I just like – I know Iowa's defense is good, but I think Wisconsin is the real deal, and I'm going to pick Wisconsin.
Cool.
All right.
Coin?
That was another one of those games that was tough for me.
Tails, Coin, and I.
Yeah. It was.
Buddies.
Yeah, that was one.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I think that this and then the Purdue Northwestern game, I mean, if you're going to take a risk, this is the two to get. I mean, you could – so now the way that stacks up, you could get within one of me. And we got a few games left to pick, don't we?
I need a drink of water.
I feel like this is going to be a really fun game to watch, too. Like, you talk about physical matchups.
Oh, it's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. What else do you expect here in the Country Financial Studio on a Friday? We got more picks coming up when we return on Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Autumn Leaves, you won't be covering roads alone this season. Take on fall in the powerful Toyota Tundra or tackle trails in a Tacoma. Head to Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Autumn Leaves, you won't be covering roads alone this season. Take on fall in the powerful Toyota Tundra or tackle trails in a Tacoma. Head to Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places.
Duck Insider continues from the Country Financial Studios in 1 minute on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is, this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now. So good to see you.
Back here in the Country Financial Studio, Duck Insider brought to you by OnPoint Community Credit Union. We're back with Seven Feathers Picks of the Week, brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, best in the Northwest. Let's conclude it. Joey, Jerry, Jorgy, making picks here on Duck Insider.
Big Ten Network, 4:30. USC 4-4, 2-4 in Big Ten play against Washington. 4-4, 2-3 in Big Ten play.
It's at Husky Stadium.
Yep.
I mean, I think Washington's going to win the game. I really do. So I'm taking USC just because I don't want Jerry to ever say something to me, okay? I can't go there and have what I threw at him thrown right back in my face. So I've got to keep it on his side of the net. So I'm taking USC because USC could win the game. And they're good enough to win the game. I think Washington will because they're the home team, but I just can't take them. I'm not going to pick them.
Never going to pick them again. We have a new not going to pick them again.
Washington lost 3 straight. USC lost 3 straight before getting the win against Rutgers. I was surprised, actually, that Rutgers.
Well, they did it easy, too.
Yeah,
didn't they?
that's the thing. I was surprised at that. And that's why I think USC, meanwhile Washington's kind of gotten beaten up the last couple weeks. I think that's why USC's favored here. Dang, I really thought you were going to take Washington so I could take USC. I'm also taking USC. I think USC's better. I think USC's going to win the game. I do. I think Washington's on the downward trajectory where USC's on the upward trajectory right now, which wasn't the case a couple weeks ago.
Washington's having a hard time scoring points.
That's what I mean. Iowa held them to 40-16. Indiana, it was 31-17. Now they're back at home. I get that, but the thing with USC.
But even when they beat Michigan at home, they didn't score a ton of points.
No,
they played good defense in that game.
Dang, I thought. Dang,
you did. No,
I'm taking USC.
That's probably never going to happen again. So
got that on record. Thank you.
It's just
okay.
Because of what I said to Jerry, it's just doomed me forever.
Yeah, I'm going to live with that.
You're not wrong.
What? About what he said about me?
That it's doomed him forever.
Oh no, I thought that you're not wrong. That I'm a Husky lover. That's what I thought. You're What? You're not wrong, Jorgy.
I couldn't see that coming out of his mouth either. So,
do not.
Anyway, this is going to be a good week. Are you going to go different than us on 3?
Well, Washington at home has only allowed 1 red zone score at Husky Stadium this season.
Good note.
10 all year.
Good note.
10 all year. Their defense has been doing the job. Their offense hasn't caught up.
What's the weather report?
But they're at home. It's going to be wet. It's not going to be good.
Oh, it's supposed to be sunny and 52.
That's what I said. It's going to be. It's a wet sun.
It's a wet sun.
No. Please. I'm going down in flames. I'm going to Washington. I got to catch up, or I'm going away. I mean,
Watch, he's going to get us. He's going to get us on this one too.
I'm going to try.
Oh,
I'm going to try.
Not only is he going to get us on this, the karma tells you he's also going to get Purdue, and he's
going
to get
just
Wisconsin.
flip the whole thing.
He can catch me now.
Yeah.
He can catch me this week.
Or I can be so far in the dust I can't breathe.
You could flip the script here pretty quick.
Ooh, okay, the coin home team.
It's a wet sun.
It's like a
dry rain.
Yeah, dry rain.
9 a.m. on Fox. Number 4, Ohio State, 6-1, 3-1 in Big Ten
Big
play.
game.
Against
Big
number 3, Penn State, 7-0, 4-0 in Big Ten play. Jorgy's going to defer.
No, I'm going to pick because I want to save it till next week.
You can't. We decided you can't do that
When?
anymore. You motioned it 3 weeks ago.
I thought we motioned it the other way.
I'm crying.
Did we really, Jerry? Did we motion you can't carry it over?
Yes, because you were tired of me
Do you want
winning.
to change it back?
No, I'm not going to change it back.
Okay,
for you.
all
if
right.
I were
all right,
the lead,
all right.
I would change it.
I'm
back.
confident with my pick. There's no use deferring. I'm not going to pick off what you guys do. I'm taking the Buckeyes on the road.
You and I are going to have the exact same pick.
I'm taking the Buckeyes. They're going to play better than they did. They're going to play better than they did, particularly on offense. Against a really good, by the way, Penn State defense. They're going to play better offensively than they did against Nebraska. And I think their defense is just really solid, and Penn State's offense is just not explosive enough. So
you know
I'm taking the Buckeyes in this one. I just think overall they're better on offense and they're as good on defense.
Jerry, do you remember what I said earlier about how Jorgy's either really good in each week or he's really bad in each week?
Yeah.
So you know what scares?
It's going to be one of those weeks, right?
Yep.
Where he's
one
really
or the
bad.
other.
Where he's really
and you're
bad.
doing the same thing.
I'm doing the exact same thing. I think Ohio State's going to win. I thought Penn State was going to lose last week. I missed. That was the only one I missed was Wisconsin-Penn State. I thought with everything going on around him, Wisconsin was going to get the win. Penn State scored points, pulled away at the end. I think Ohio State's better. I think if it was in Columbus, I'd feel real confident. But I think Ohio State, another top 4 matchup for Ohio State this year.
Yeah, they've been playing some big
tough
games.
schedule, big games. Yeah, but I think Ohio State's better. I've got Ohio State. So this is either going to be the week that Jorgy and I lose 4 games, or the week that Jerry. Well, it's been nice playing with you.
Yeah, there could we could lose a couple of them and get a couple of them and be in between.
But that's not how you pick. Your picks
but
are
every
either
once in a while.
Your
every
picks
once in a while
are
it's
either
gonna happen,
so
doesn't it?
good.
There's a history here.
There's
every
a history.
Once in a while it has to happen where I can just be mediocre.
Oh,
no.
Wow.
That's literally never been
That's right.
the
No,
case.
you can't be mediocre.
This scares me. Jerry's going to be in first place next week. I am going on record right now. Jerry's going to be in first place next week.
Not after this pick coming up.
Ohio State? If you go Penn State, then you could be in first place next week.
Yeah, I know. Tyler Warren.
I don't think that'd be a bad pick.
Penn State's got a terrific tight end, Tyler Warren. He plays just about every position on the field. He's really good. And a backup quarterback, they actually did a pretty good job last week. Penn State is at home. And Ohio State is really good. But my gut tells me that I should have eaten before I came tonight because I really got to.
I know, I'm hungry, too.
I'm hungry. You hungry?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Penn State! Penn State!
I like the pick.
If there was a week for you to do this, this is the week.
Yeah.
I mean, boy, we are going to have a salty broadcast.
I really struggled with that Ohio State.
So did I. Honestly, I really struggled with Northwestern Purdue. Coin. Sorry.
Oh,
thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott.
We'll get to the coin. Okay?
Appreciate you.
Just stay out of the broadcast. This is okay. Whoops! I forgot. He has control of everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, I got his flag.
You got the flag. Look,
He's
I got several of them right here.
Yeah, we got a whole
all
bag
3 of them.
now.
Okay, the coin. Whoa. Oh, geez, you got me off. Oh, nice catch.
Nice. That was a nice catch.
Ooh, one-hander.
That's tails. That was tails. Yeah, trying to hold on to everything together. Don't dance.
We got
I
the
thought you were
double.
going to dance.
The double flag.
We got the double. What was it?
It was tails.
Tails.
Yeah.
Tails.
Ohio
okay.
State.
Ohio State. So, Jorgy and I are both taking USC, Indiana, Minnesota, Northwestern, Ohio State, Nebraska, and Iowa. We're going to lose 4 of those games.
We'll all end up in the same spot.
Jerry's going to take Washington, Indiana, Minnesota, Purdue, Penn State, Nebraska, Wisconsin. Picks of the week are brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, the best in the Northwest.
I can't wait.
I know.
Now
it's
I'm
an exciting weekend, right? It is.
Can you double flag him? Let's see. Can you get a bolt there?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, I can.
Oh, wow.
Each shoulder.
Good job. Well,
yeah. Good picks, guys.
Fun.
Jorgy,
Fun stuff.
Hope this is a good week for you.
Me too.
I don't.
Me too.
Nope.
I can't gain on you, but I would just like to.
I'd be 10 games back.
I'd like to just go a little further ahead.
I could be 8 games back.
How many games are there?
I'm 4 back now. Three back now.
How many games total were there? 8?
7.
Okay.
You could be 7 back.
I'll bet you we go 5-2.
Holy cow.
5-2.
I'll take 5-2.
Yeah. Well, this
Jerry will stay
everybody's
right
gonna be
where he's
right where everybody's gonna stay right
Yeah.
where they're at.
Yeah. Well, let's give it back to Ryan on Friday because I don't know.
Good luck with it, Ryan.
Yeah, good luck with it.
luck.
Good luck. Yeah, this is great. Picks of the week brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, best in the Northwest. See ya.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yep, picks of the week brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, best in the Northwest. We got through it. Can't say we stayed on the rails the whole time, but we got through it. Dan Altman coming up next on Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
More Duck Insider from the Country Financial Studios after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back inside the Country Financial Studio and Duck Insider, brought to you by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Men's basketball season. It's on Monday. That's when it starts. Oregon going up against UC Riverside. 7:30 is the time of the men's game after the women play at 4 o'clock in the doubleheader at MKA on Monday. Media day for men's basketball was yesterday. Let's hear from head coach Dana Altman on the outlook headed into the season. Here's Coach.
You went through such an arduous process with Dante in the offseason. Wanted to get the update on both Nate and Mookie's hardship waivers and where those stand.
Just work in progress. We'll see what happens, but don't have any definitive word, anything right now.
But they are going through it.
Yeah.
What's the status with Supreme and just his availability and everyone else healthy?
He's coming back through it. He's a few weeks away yet from playing. He's doing some of the controlled stuff and some controlled live stuff in practice, but not, going up and down yet.
Everyone else is good to go for Monday?
Dez is out. He's got a little problem with his shoulder, and so he will be out.
How's he been since his recovery? How's he handled being back in the lineup?
He's working at it. He's bounced around pretty good. He had quite a long recovery, but he's healthy now. He's playing good. He's been solid.
How motivated is he to have to sit out while they make that run last year?
Oh, I'm sure it hurt him. Everybody wants to be a part of it, and he was playing good when he went down. So. I'm sure it bothered him, and everybody wants to play it, especially at that time of year when everything, we were playing pretty good and having a lot of fun in the tournament and that. So,
how important is it to have Nate back healthy, and then also the importance of keeping him healthy all year?
Well, we do need him. His size, he's by far got the most blocks in practice, and so. No doubt we need him on the floor. He's shooting the ball pretty good. He understands what we want to do. So it's important for us to keep him healthy, hopefully keep him on the floor, 20, 25 minutes a game. Still reaching a little bit too much, getting too many fouls, but we do need him on the floor for his rim protection, understanding what we do. With a lot of new players, he's got a pretty good feel for what we're doing. Helps him out a little bit.
Is there anything you tell a person like that with Nate? Just he's had so many injury problems over the last couple of years. Have you ever sat down with him, had a conversation, just what it's been like to kind of keep him motivated and keep him going here in Eugene?
Oh, I don't know. Just some, he got tripped and he tried to catch himself, broke his wrist last year. He's long. And, he was underweight when he got here and physically just had matured. Now he's matured and he's put on some weight. I think that'll help him. So hopefully, he'd just be a little luckier this year. Some of it's just been bad luck.
Does he feel any pressure being sort of the one true big on this team?
Oh, I don't think so. I think he just wants to have a good season. I think he wants to play. And, KJ can go inside for us. He did some last year when Dante was down. And Supreme gives us a level of physicality we don't have right now. We're kind of banking on him, giving us some physicality. And so that should help Nate a little bit. But, no, I don't want him to feel any pressure other than go out and play hard and have a good year, have some fun.
What did you learn with the scrimmage or joint practice with Nevada?
Oh, we didn't rebound very well. This is a team that's got to change a little bit of their mentality. They all want to score, they all want to shoot the three, and we got to give them guard and rebound a lot more than what we've been doing. Been a work in progress since June 26th when we brought them into summer school. They all have a tremendous amount of confidence in their offensive ability, and I want them to be aggressive, but night in, night out, and I explained to them, okay, we were struggling a little bit. We finally got our zone straightened out, and, we hold all those teams in the 60s. Utah, the last game here was in the 60s. UCLA was in the 60s. Arizona was 59. Colorado was in the 60s, I think. South Carolina was 73, and then in regulation, Creighton was 62. It wasn't like we were scoring all the time. We had some good offensive outbursts at times, but defensively, we just finally limited some possessions and started rebounding the ball better. And our zone, we got connected defensively. So you're not going to shoot the ball well every night. If you're going to have a consistent team and one that has a chance to be playing late in the season, then you better guard and you better rebound. And I didn't make up the statement, but offense sells tickets and the guys all have fun with it. But better guard to win a few games, and you better rebound to win even more. So,
what are you looking for specifically on Monday against Riverside? And hoping to see, yes, a win, but stylistically speaking, what are you hoping for?
Well, we've got to make the right play offensively. We're taking some questionable shots. Guys got to make the right basketball play. And I don't expect it to be good in November, but I expect it to get better every week, and I expect it to be a lot better in December and January and February if we're going to have a good ball team. So shot selection, execution of the offense is important. Defensively, just possession after possession, being engaged. We can't take possessions off. And then the rebounding, everybody rebounding, but we got to get more connected as a team, offensively and defensively, and that's not unexpected at this time of year. But again, it's got to get better every week, and definitely better every month if we want to have a ball team.
Now that Biddle's your five, do you think you'll be running quite a few more like 5-out formations and running plays out of that?
We have some, with him and KJ. Can both step out, and they're both capable three-point shooters. They're both shooting high 30s here in preseason. So they can definitely keep that up. It does give us a different look than we have with Dante or Mo, two guys that were inside, and definitely gives us a different look than we have with Supreme. But, we got a lot of volunteers to shoot threes. We need some volunteers to get in the paint a little bit more. So, going to challenge everybody to do that a little bit more.
Danny, do you have a starting lineup for Monday night?
We don't. We've been looking at a lot of different combinations. So right now I'm still thinking about it. Not sure which way we'll go.
in a transactional world, Dana, can you start getting some help maybe to incentivize some of the things you want on the court for NIL purposes? Say, hey, if you go, the leading rebounder sponsored by.
I never thought of that.
I mean, we're in that world now.
Yeah, I got enough to think about. I don't need any more, gadgets like that. You hope the guys, want to rebound for the team. And I always give you an illustration. If you guys were playing for $100 in the park, you'd be guarding your tails off. You'd be talking. You'd be, come on, guys, we got to get stops, and you'd be working the ball to make sure you got a good shot. You wouldn't take any questionable ones. And, we're playing for a heck of a lot more than that, so let's get this thing put together and let's get connected. And so, yeah, the financial stuff has changed a lot, but guys still want to win to have a good team, I think, and they still want to win for the right reasons. And I think they know what it takes to win. They just got to change their mentality a little bit. Everybody wants to win it on one end of the floor, and there's 3 big facets of the game, and you got to take care of all of them.
Nate talked a little bit about kind of one facet, the physicality, especially on defense. Do you feel like you've seen success in one specific area of the defense, whether it's man or zone, that you're seeing right now, and do you feel like we can see a little bit more of that game 1?
Man, there's some times where we're really connected and really flying around and really look good defensively, and then we'll have possessions where we got 4 guys out of position, maybe 5, but we have some really poor possessions. So obviously you want to start eliminating as many of those as you can. Riverside, I believe, has 4 starters coming back, so they're a very experienced team. They're probably not making a lot of the same mistakes we are. So again, it's a matter of starting to eliminate some more mistakes, guys holding themselves a little bit more accountable. We've watched a lot of film here the last couple of weeks trying to get those points across, and the guys see it. It's just habits, getting those habits in practice, so you don't even have to think about them during the ball game. It's something you've done day in, day out, and our habits just right now aren't good enough.
What's the next step you want to see Jackson take this year? What do you want to see his game evolve?
Well, defensively, Jackson's got to get more engaged. His steal numbers, his deflection numbers, he's got to use his quickness a little bit more there, I believe. Last year, especially after Key went down, late January, whenever it was, we kind of I had to let him off the hook a little bit because we couldn't get him in foul trouble, and I think that went to, he thought, well, I just do this, and we need him to do a lot more defensively because he's really quick and his anticipation is pretty good, so we got to get him to use that, we got to get him to use that, and he and Key both, we've got to turn it up there with those 2 guys, and especially on the weak side, they can cover a lot of ground. So, most of the things with Jackson, run the show, be a little more vocal because he's got a better feel of what we're doing now. But on the defensive end, I think is where he needs to make the biggest jump, and he's taken that challenge. I like the way he's approached it. He's watching film. He's like, man, I see where I'm resting. I got to get more involved. So, the first way to improve is you got to be critical of yourself. You're not going to get any better if you let yourself off the hook every time. And I like the way he's trying to hold himself accountable. Key's trying to hold himself accountable, to make some more plays on the defensive end.
That's Coach Dana Altman previewing the season that kicks off on Monday. Getting a quick timeout, closing up the show, previewing the weekend when we return on Duck Inside on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you. on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Don't go anywhere. Duck Insider continues after these messages on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby.
We're back inside the Country Financial Studio on Duck Insider, wrapping up the week and previewing the weekend. The guys are on the road as Oregon will face off against Michigan in the Big House. 12:30 p.m. kickoff, which means that the pregame show starts at 10:30 on the Oregon Sports Network. It also means that basketball season is just on the other side of the weekend. So women's basketball, they'll have a scrimmage tonight against Warner Pacific at 6 p.m. Tickets still available for that. You can be there to get your first look at Kelly Graves' squad for the year. But the first games that count on the schedule are Monday. Monday for the women against Cal Baptist starts at 4 o'clock, and the men play UC Riverside at 7:30. Going to be a big weekend, action-packed weekend, fun weekend. I'm excited for it. I hope you are too. Go Ducks. Have a good one.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it.